Alright, welcome back to Mustangs by Matt. We are approaching the Stage 2, what Cobb refers to as the Stage 2 kit for this car. I've got the catless downpipe already installed. I took it to an exhaust shop to do that because the turbo got so hot it just seized the bolts. But today we're going to be putting in this Mishimoto stock location front mount intercooler. It's got fully welded aluminum tanks. It's like 157% larger fin or more fin area. It probably weighs a good 30 pounds. But what it's going to do is it's going to allow longer time between getting hot. So it's not going to get hot as quickly. The factory intercooler under stock boost levels is absolutely fine. If you're people hate on the Mustang Fiesta, the Focus ST, RS intercoolers all the time. They're absolutely fine if all you're doing is running stock boost levels, or you might be doing like a stage 1 tune, maybe a bit of an exhaust. But when you start pushing a lot more boost, you're going to be pushing a lot more heat. That's going to get hotter quicker, and it's going to heat. The factory one is going to heat soak quicker, and it's going to stay hot longer. So there are larger intercoolers in this that basically are the same size as the radiator, but with that you do lose a little bit of boost. So with something like this, where you could still run your 22 some odd 23 pounds of boost, if you went with a larger size intercooler, that 22 or 23 is going to be knocked down a few pounds. I don't know exactly how much. It varies car to car. But I'm gonna show you how to take the bumper off. Bill from CJ Pony Parts has a video on how to take this bumper off, and he does it in the most, he does more work than is necessary. So there's little tricks that I've learned that I'm gonna have my buddy here, who's off camera, help me with. And then we're gonna get the bumper off, take the intercooler off, put the bumper back on. We may have to remove the, I forget what they're called. What are they called, Brad? The flaps.
Active shutters.
The active grill. We may have to remove the active grill shutters.
We're going to want to remove the active grill shutters.
Why?
You don't need them.
Yeah, but
think of the weight you're adding with the intercooler. You're going to save that extra 8 ounces off the...
Yeah. I'm adding 30 pounds. I'm going to save 8 ounces. Okay, so let's get started. All right.
Other ones are so much easier to work with.
They're hard. The push button ones and the inner fender wells is what he's talking about. They push in and then they pop right out. I freaking love them.
That's the smartest design they've gone to in a while.
Alright, let's see. Nope. A lot of times what I'll do is just film and then I'll like speed through. Yeah, so you'll see like an 8X.
And you'll see it like, damn, those guys are working really fast.
Yeah.
Like now?
This is 8 millimeters across the top, and then you got 2 on either side that I believe are 5 millimeters. Nope. More. Yeah, they definitely made it. Ford definitely made it easier to pull these bumpers.
Oh yeah, I would have not doing one focus. Much simpler.
And I used to do all this by hand, and then I got these little adapters so you could hook up a drill motor to a socket, and
That's another thing. That makes life a whole lot easier.
yeah,
Of course, the first tab wants to fight me. And I just popped it underneath the car.
just break it. Why don't you?
I didn't break it. It's underneath the car. We're going to get it back out.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. We gotta jack it up.
Yeah, might want to put it in there.
Oh.
I would definitely make this easier over here.
What?
Arm only fits so far. Let's put it in the air real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's try to make life simpler.
Work smarter, not harder. Isn't that what you always said?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Work drunker also applies.
Well, I do have beer. All right. So, one of the things that I installed on the GT and then on this,
The jack rails.
the jack rails.
I haven't bought a set yet. I didn't want them until I watched your video on the GT when you put them on, and I was like, that looks like a whole lot easier way to do it.
It really is.
Much simpler way.
Because you can jack it at any point along the rail, and you're not doing damage to the car.
Much simpler. And to be honest, with some of these, it's a freaking guessing game. For how to actually put the jack. I always got an error to tell you.
It's got but
You wind up throwing the side skirt out of whack or something like that with it.
yeah, exactly. All right. Safety first.
Just in case.
Never know. And I don't know where these came from either. They just showed up at my house one day.
Yeah. I believe you. That's all that matters.
They say F-15 on them, but I don't know what that means.
That's a manufacturing thing. It doesn't mean anything. It's
That's
like, yeah, we put gibberish on our part numbers. It doesn't mean anything.
And the number of people that I get commenting on my videos when I do use the jack stands, of, oh, you got them inboard too far, you're gonna kill yourself. Like, it's exactly where the jack rail manufacturer wants them. It's exactly where Ford wants them.
Where it's supposed to be.
Where it's supposed to be. If I end up dying, because you know.
Oh yeah, that is a nice setup.
You just try to. Wonder if I should probably just go ahead and put one in the back there too while I'm at it. We only have to lift one side. We can lift both sides if we need to, but
Works for me.
do you want to lift both sides or?
Nah, it don't matter. Yeah, let's do both sides.
Okay. You're gonna hear some creaking.
Creaking and cracking and.
All right, this is where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, some guy on YouTube's gonna argue with you. Yeah, you're wrong.
That's one thing I did. I have a channel that you don't, so I don't know what I'm talking about. God, you're a moron. You can kill yourself. And, you know, it is entirely possible I may kill myself.
Yeah, I've only had a jack fail one time. Oh, it's enough to make crack pants.
Oh, yeah. Is this thing still on? Okay. Alright. Yeah. Usually what happens with this one is it doesn't fail so much as it slowly bleeds down.
That's pretty much what happened. And yeah, that's enough to terrify you.
Yeah. Alright. Alright. But yeah, the instructions on how to use these things or how to install these things are laughable. Because they're not really. Careful. Just get so nervous.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
You're panicking. It's where Ford wants you to put them, Matt. Remember that.
Yeah.
It's what they asked for. And it's insured. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Don't worry too much.
Seriously though, best. I mean, they were like $250, I think.
Oh yeah.
As far as like a safety item, can't beat it.
Can you really put a price on safety?
What the hell was that? You see that lightning?
Probably was. Yeah, it was looking pretty rough north of here. When I was on the way over,
Yeah.
it was black in the distance.
All right. She is flying. How level is
Easier to
that?
get to now.
Doesn't look level at all.
It really doesn't. Close enough.
It's not gonna fall off.
It's close enough for government work, right? You guys say that on the base all the time, right?
Yes. Okay, so we've got these bolts off. There's 2 bolts in here, 2 bolts in here, and on either side there's. Did you already pull these off on here?
Yeah, I pulled a couple of them.
Okay.
One that's in the corner.
There's 2 push pin style. Can't see myself. All right, so there's 2 push pin style pins on this side. You got it right there?
Yeah.
One there. So looks just like this. I broke that. Hold on.
Don't edit that out.
Nope, that's getting left in. So you just push this in, and then you can just pull it right out. So there's 4 of these, and then 6 of the regular style. They kind of look like this. And this is what I just broke. So.
Oops.
Oops. Shit happens.
It's all good.
Yep. There's the old Dennis Leary thing that says, people say shit happens and then you die. But that's wrong. Shit happens and then your wife leaves you and your dog dies and you get cancer and
And you got a good country song.
then you get a new wife and a new dog and then your new wife leaves you and your new dog leaves you and then you step off a corner, then you get hit by a bus, and then you die, maybe.
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 Maybe, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we just had our 10th anniversary not long ago.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
Don't seem like it's been that long since we were at Sacred Heart. I mean, y'all get married?
I know. Watching the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, that means Young'un's got to be 9?
He is 9. He'll be 10 in October.
Wow.
No.
Got old somewhere. I don't know when it happened, but
Yeah.
it's kind of depressing.
Yeah, it happens, man. All right. All right, so once you get these bolts out, I'm gonna pull the camera off. I can get a little bit closer, show you. Okay, so there's a pin right here, pin up here, and then these three. 1, 2, 3. Same on the other side. Once you get those out, you just pull out these. I believe these are 7mm, all along the front. And then there's a couple of pins that pull out, which will allow this whole thing to drop a little bit, and then the whole front bumper will come right off. Alright, so we've got these bolts out. Brad's working on those bolts right over there. Once we get these out, then we've got 2 more bolts on either side on top. And the whole thing will just pop right off.
I like the way you worded that. It'll just pop right off, just in case. It'll come off real easy.
Oh yeah.
Famous last words, right?
Famous last words. Oh yeah. If it breaks, it's going to be your fault. So, you know.
Well, free labor. What'd you expect?
Yeah.
Brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Let's drop this last one right here. That should be. Get the ones on the.
There's one right here. Yeah. Right there. Okay. All right. So now we'll go up top. Good?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so just these come right off. That wind is kicking up.
Yeah, it is.
I wish I had the oil catch can so that I could just go ahead and do that, because it is kind of involved, and having the bumper off, you know, would help that. Okay, I can't see anything. That's not blinding the camera, is it?
Yeah, you're good.
So none of this is particularly hard. It's just there's a lot of it. And if you're ever, you know, worried about pulling your bumper because you know you think you'll screw something up or whatever, just remember that these things are designed to be put on in 15 minutes by UAW workers, and you know, they don't want to work. Nothing against UAW workers, but everything's designed to make their lives just a little bit easier. Alright, so where's the thing?
We'll just edit all this out.
Whatever. Alright, so the way that Bill and CJ Pony Parts, might be Ford even wants you to do this, is to go in through the bumper.
Let's see if I can get a good angle on this.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's really hard to see it. Really terrible camera work here.
Yeah. I'm gonna fire this guy. I'm gonna reduce his salary from, you know, whatever is less than 0.
Well, there's your angle right there. The question is, can you get on it?
So you just sit down in there. That sounds a lot worse than it actually is. So just, I mean, there's so much room. It's just crazy.
That's the surprising thing. There actually is space to work on this car.
Yeah. So you just do that, instead of having to get a stubby 10mm ratchet, fish your hand up through this thing, slice your hand open. You don't even need this, you know, a regular ratchet will work just fine. So we did that. We got 2 more on this side. It's the exact same scenario. And they're easy to put back in too. So, but they are 10mm, so make sure you have a 10mm deep. All right. So, all things being equal, it should just pop right off of these little tabs here and slide out. Did we get all these out?
Yeah, this is always the nerve-wracking part.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. It was just hung up on that.
Yep, out and down.
This part will edit out.
Yeah, remember where you said you want to speed it up? Yeah, this is definitely the part we want to speed it up.
Yeah.
We'll reset it to make it look like, man, this bumper popped right on off. That's how you do it, folks. Did the other side do it as easily? The other side's out, right?
The other side's out, yeah. All right. So, now we got all the bolts out. We're just going to skip through that bit. Oh,
We do have all the bolts out, right?
pause that. Adam from Tune Plus should be able to get something like 350 horsepower and 450 wheel torque.
That's nice.
So,
It's really nice.
you know, I'm not...
Is that him just sending you the file for the access port?
Well, that's him sending me the file and then doing data logging.
Mm-hmm.
And he said about 3 to 5 times. Why is this not?
That sure looks like she's ready to come off.
Where's that drill motor? And of course, I can't find the socket I need.
Here. You can feel free to edit this part out of the video, but I'd like to point out that the bolt that he's removing is on the passenger side of the vehicle,
You know,
which Matt took out earlier.
you were under here last.
On the driver's side.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just defer blame back to you, sir. Actually, you'd be surprised how much material gets edited out of a 20-minute video.
Hours.
Hours. I mean, if the reason I didn't film putting this on is because it took me an hour to take it off, drill it up, put it back on. But, you know, when you're filming, you got to think about camera angles. You got to think about what you're saying to the camera. You got to think about, am I being a total idiot?
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Do I look like a jackass?
Do I look like a jackass?
This thing should be ready to come out. It should come straight on out.
Yep.
Yeah, not to knock Bill at CJ Pony Parts because he does a fantastic job with the videos that he does, but I watched one earlier that he did for this car.
Yeah.
He had a lot more steps than what we just did
For
removing the bumper.
Yeah.
And here's where
Okay, so since we did everything right the first time,
Definitely.
we didn't forget any screws, and weren't talking crap about another YouTuber at all, because that's not something we would do. Bumpers off. Just that simple. Right?
piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Alright, so let's reposition this over here, and then
And roll.
rolling. So, not sure if it's 100% necessary to remove these grill shutters, but Brad says it is, and Brad's holding the camera, so, you know,
I mean, if you can't trust your cameraman
Can't
as a
get it,
mechanic, who can you trust?
who can you trust? Well, you know what? The internet said it would be really easy. Pop those off.
Yeah, they lied about my Focus ST ones as well.
The internet's a fucking lying bastard. So I think these come out up top here. That's what it looks like. Because this is all connected to that. So that means there must be something on the bottom as well. Maybe these bolts right here.
Yep, that's exactly what it looks like.
So these are all 8 millimeters. Yeah, that's definitely coming out. Alright, so I'm gonna grab a flathead, either a flathead screwdriver or plus it's like, you know, 90 degrees in the northern hemisphere right now, or at least it feels like it's 90 degrees with the humidity. If I'm doing this wrong, leave a comment, because by the time you actually point out that I'm doing it wrong, it will have already been done. But, you know, hopefully the next person who watches this video will learn from my mistake. So, you know, don't just be mean to me and say you're an idiot and you don't know what you're doing. Try to inform the next person.
Available.
Okay, I figured it out. So this is actually not one piece, it is 2 pieces. So you stick your flathead in between here and here. Pry it out. It's just like the tabs on the other on the fender well, only it's bigger and heavier, and I guess harder to break is the goal that Ford wants. We told them, didn't we? So you just pry that out like that. Comes apart.
Put the screwdriver down too soon.
Put the screwdriver down too soon. Pick the screwdriver up.
There it is.
Job done. And you want to make sure that your $550 some odd dollar intercooler makes the right noise. So, all right. So let's see if we can get a top down view here. or not. So it's like this should just come right off. There is this, which is something. Does this look like something to you?
I can't see her from this angle.
But I don't know what it's for. This is where, you know, having probably watched someone else do this would have been a good idea.
A lot of does it, doesn't it? Is that unclipped? Is that unscrewed, isn't it?
Trying to get this to where it'll stay up without us having to hold it. What?
Is that screw in the back? That feels like a...
Where's that?
You got a 5mm?
I do have a 5mm. That's a 5mm.
Anytime there's a weird bolt that Ford uses, it's usually a 5mm. I could be wrong. If I can get where I can see what I'm doing. Or not. I was wrong. Ignore me.
Ignored.
Yeah, I'm just a part salesman.
With a badass Focus ST over there. What the hell? Okay, we're gonna pause here. So, for the 2015 to 2017 Mustangs, this is just clipped on with a little clip in the back. For the 2018 and 2019, Ford decided they'd be a little bit smarter and bolted in. So there's two of these little tiny 5.5mm, right?
5.5.
5.5mm bolts right here. So you just, I know it's a terrible angle, but yeah, that's good. So once we get this,
So this will test your editing skills.
what editing skills? I use Microsoft Movie Maker, dude. I can't even separate audio. I can mute audio and I can lay another audio track on top. But as far as, like, I'm not a professional editor at all. All right, so that should pop right off. And of course, it doesn't, because we still have this thing in the bottom. Oh God.
Had that thing on the bottom.
That broke. But I don't know what this is for. I don't know what this is for. It's got to be something to do with the active grill shutter. It's got to just be like an air.
We're gonna find out when we get a code and when we turn the car back on.
Oh, I'm probably gonna get a code. All right, so there is one more. This right here, which plugs into another sensor. I guess that's for the electric part of the active grill shutter. All right. I wonder if the camera, the proper camera, hasn't had enough time to cool down. All right, so now we have the clamps that hold the intercooler pipe, hold the charge pipes to the intercooler. Got the map sensor there, and then these bolts that hold the intercooler in place, and we should be able to just pull it out. So let's start with pulling those 8mm charge pipe clamps down like that. If not, we'll just...
Nah, I got a half decent angle, but
I can't.
it's fine. I'm gonna.
Thank you, Bill, for lying to me yet again. You know, I feel comfortable saying that because I know that he will never, ever see this video.
I'm gonna tag him on Instagram.
Dick. You can actually, I mean, it's... Somebody at Ford was having a good day when they put this clamp on. They had just got laid, you know.
It's in the perfect spot. I mean, it's turned at just the right angle.
Just the right angle. Okay, so those two clamps, and then these. All right.
I'm good.
And then these four.
Actually, just squares with the radiator support, right?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah. But I mean, when you gotta pull it to get this out, you gotta pull this.
That's what I thought.
Sure these are all accounted for.
Yeah, crucial pieces.
All right. All right.
Is there a bolt on the intercooler?
Probably. If I was, you know, smart, I would.
Ford's notorious for having one that's hidden.
Mm-hmm.
We sit here and pull on it for 20 minutes, look like idiots on a camera.
Yep. I'm gonna see if this.
Where?
There's one right here on this side.
Okay. What size is that?
Passenger side.
No, what size?
What size is that? It's a 10.
10? Okay. Oh, there's one on this side too.
Me.
I don't see one.
Yeah, I think it's just the one. Hold it right there.
All right. Brad, how much of a pain in the ass is this?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
that's like a 3. I mean, don't
Shut up.
listen to Mustangs by Matt.
Mustangs by Matt is a fucking moron.
It's not nearly as hard as he makes it out to be.
This guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. This is not a 10.
Sure it's not a 10?
Well, actually, you know, when I said I was talking about this right here is not a 10.
Nah.
That is a 10, sir.
Yeah, that would be a 10.
So,
There you go, buddy.
so
Let's,
if you'll just hold that, sir, I would appreciate it. Because that is a 10. So is Albert and Josh and them still working there?
yeah. I actually just took Albert to South Dakota with me.
South Dakota?
Yeah, last month. He didn't have to hit at this part, but I told him he was going to be the only black dude in South Dakota. We saw 11 others. We kept track.
Oh, that's going in, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Put that on the web. It's not a stereotype if it's true. Is there a bolt on that side?
See one.
It should pull then, right?
Well, it's hooked up to the.
But once you get it out the charge pipe.
Yeah, that's because there's as much space as there is for the rest of this crap. There's no room
To get your hand on the pipe.
to get my hand on the charge pipe.
The Cobb one actually does away with it. Did you see that? It comes with a pipe to go to the throttle body.
See if I can get from the top here. Oh yeah, it's super easy.
Nah, when I said 3 earlier, I may have meant 4.
4?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, 4. On a scale of 1 to 3, yeah. One thing I don't want to do is slice my hand on these.
yeah, let me take a swing.
Huh?
Got it?
Because it's got those, it's like,
Hold the camera real quick.
yeah.
Let me take a swing.
You give it a shot.
I'm an expert. I've done this before.
This is Mustangs by Brad.
That is definitely not a channel people would want to watch, especially pay to watch. I get my hands on the damn
People
thing.
would definitely pay to watch that.
I would, but
I want to see if I can get up top here.
I got more money than sense.
So you pay somebody else to do it?
I get my hand on it
I can.
to break it loose. Here, the intercooler pull any out. How much flex is in this? Map sensor's unplugged. We should be able to just slide it out. Get out of the tab. Like we want to.
Look at all that. Look at that great camera work right there.
The best cameraman we had all night.
Mm-hmm. The floor.
It works. At this point, I would have said, order the hard pipe kit so I can destroy these. Okay. Alright, let's see. So all she does is she sits in this tab right here, right? And comes out.
I pushed up.
Aha!
Did I?
I'm good.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just a little blood.
Let's just make sure for insurance purposes here.
It's just a good pinch. It's just a good pinch. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
All right. USAA, you heard that.
It just went to a 5.
It started off as a 3. As soon as I tried to break his finger, it went to a 5.
It increased
Exponentially.
exponentially.
Yeah.
We're gonna use a screwdriver this time instead of my finger. Safety first. Safety first, then teamwork. Always wear shoes in the house, kids.
All
Much
right.
easier.
Just feel the weight difference.
This thing, look, this thing by comparison weighs about as much as a freaking beer can. I mean,
All right, let's just put them side by side.
when you go sheer weight difference, it's crazy. But look at the size of the core by comparison.
Oh no.
I mean, she's gonna gain some weight up front, which in my case was not a bad thing. But by the time you turn her up, it doesn't matter.
Hey, I've always said, adding an extra pound or 2 can save your life.
Harder to kidnap.
All right, so we gotta remove the map sensor, install it right here with the hardware provided in the kit. And this, I think, is a stop bolt that goes like on the bottom on one of these sides. So I'm gonna mount the camera,
Alright.
and then we'll do that. Nobody needs intercoolers. Intercoolers are stupid. All right, so let's grab a thing. I have a thing. It's one of these things. These are my alleged borrowed. Let's put that back.
Yep.
Alright, so we're just going to pull this out. It's going to go right there. Can you grab the dipstick, please, out of the engine block? So we'll get some oil. Let's put it on camera here so we can see. Okay, good enough.
Now you want this to go back in, right?
Don't care.
You know, how many people we saw at Advance come freaking put oil in and then not put the damn cap back on?
Those stories, man. I remember a lot of people would come in. Remember that guy that called and Crystal answered. Oh, there's a new O-ring in it.
Oh, too late now.
Well, I'm gonna replace it because.
Yeah, because this one has all of 2,000 miles on it. You might want
You know, yeah, exactly.
to. It hasn't even had time to flatten it all yet.
Hey. It's got 3,000 miles.
Excuse me, my bad. I misspoke.
Yeah. So, who needs a warranty? But anyway.
You avoided that when you plugged the access port.
I plugged the access port in. Oh, I know that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Allegedly.
I don't know what you're talking about. You keep saying all these weird things. But the guy called, Crystal answered, and he wanted to talk to a guy. Because chicks don't know anything, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This guy was smart enough. He knew to ask for a man.
Yeah.
So, were you there that day when that happened?
Yeah. It did not end well
Not for that guy.
for that gentleman.
Hello. How can I help you? God, that was funny.
It's also there the day the guy called and asked Crystal for a flux capacitor for a 1985 DeLorean.
Mm-hmm.
She looks dead at me, goes, "What catalog is that in?" I said, "Hand me the phone." I said, "You looking for a flux capacitor?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Are you confident you can get your DeLorean up to the necessary 88 miles an hour?" And he goes, "Oh, you got my joke?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, well, explain to the chick I was just talking to." I turned and casually explained. It was a Back to the Future reference before I hung up on the guy. I ran into the guy we got robbed with like a month ago.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I seen him at O'Charlie's. I didn't even recognize him.
The customer, right?
Yeah, the customer,
Okay.
yeah.
So, alright, so this is supposed to go here. But doesn't. This is plastic. Hold on.
You get over there?
The reason this fits in here is because it's plastic.
It's threaded.
It's threaded. This? Can't be right.
You mean the 10mm bolt doesn't go in the 8mm hole?
It's gotta be it. The 10mm bolt goes in the 8mm hole, sir.
Oh yeah, run it then.
I remember that day, like I still see the motherfuckers' faces walking in the store, pointing a gun at me and going,
Yeah, afterwards. So yeah, we were at the bar at O'Charlie's eating dinner, and I got up. He was sitting right behind me, 2 feet behind me.
Yeah.
I got up and to walk to the bathroom. When I came back, he was like, "Brad, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." In my brain, I'm great with faces. Every now and then a name takes a minute, and I was talking to him for a second and drawing a complete blank. Could not remember why I know this guy for anything.
Yeah.
And he turns to his buddy and goes, "When I got robbed and tied up the night at Advanced Auto Parts, this is the guy that was the manager on duty." And I was like, That's who you are.
That's yeah.
You had to play it
knew I
off.
knew you
Had to play it off of, yeah, man, yeah, what's up? You know, one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to talking with him. He's like, yeah, you believe it's been that long ago? I was like, yeah, man, that's fucking what, 2005?
Those motherfuckers are still rotting in jail.
Yeah. Thanks to the fine people at Winter Harvest Police Department.
Yes. Okay, so I do have a. I'm gonna readjust this. I do have an oil catch can on the way, because the internet told me that I needed one, because they said that after 3,000 miles my intercooler would be completely soaked with oil. There is no oil in my intercooler.
Not one drop.
Not one drop. It is completely dry, and I run the crap out of this car. I mean, I get good gas mileage, but
Drive it like you stole it.
I drive it like I stole it, which may or may not be true. Depends on when I made my last payment.
Yeah.
So, do you need an oil catch can? Do you have one?
Yeah. Do I need one? Maybe.
Probably not.
At this point, it's too late.
How many miles you got on your car?
54,000.
Might be a little late.
Yeah, it's a little late.
Okay, so this has a little block washer and the 45-pound. This thing is so heavy. I mean, just can't believe how heavy this thing is.
She's solid. Did you do some data logging previously? We could do a comparative.
comparison?
Yeah. Under the same amount of boost. Look at the charge air temps.
Yes. That's exactly something that I would have done.
Fair enough. I hate to Monday morning quarterback your video here on your own channel, but
Probably should have done that.
the point is, before you install the intercooler, you want a data log.
You want a data log to make sure the intercooler is doing anything.
Yeah.
But I have been paying close attention to the charge air temps, and it got up to 120 degrees in 80-degree weather yesterday.
Wow.
So yeah. So there's that.
How hot was your turbo running?
I don't know.
Somewhere around. If you watch it during especially during the summer months, last year when we had some of those days when
My
it was,
cylinder head was running
when it was
185 degrees. It was normal.
Yeah. Oh, but that turbo will run 325 in a heartbeat, under 20 pounds of boost on a 95-degree day.
It's high quality turbo, not purchased on eBay.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to buy those.
You don't want to buy an eBay turbo.
They blow way too easily,
Not
especially.
that I would know anything about purchasing a $300 eBay turbo and then loaning my car to a friend who then blew that turbo getting on the on-ramp on I-75 while I was out of town having sex with my girlfriend.
I'd like to point out that while all this was happening, the car was previously not idling correctly.
It was running fine.
And this friend came over.
Theoretically.
This friend came over, put a new mass airflow on it.
Let's get this on film here.
Hey, you want to film this?
Yeah, let's get this on film.
That's okay. Ignore the fact that the car wasn't running worth shit.
It was running fine. I was doing 160 miles an hour, allegedly.
Yeah, with that speedo peg out, about 65, 70 in that car?
140.
140.
And I was
in 1988.
actually no, it was a 90.
What year was that car?
It was the 91. It was a 91 4-cylinder. Hold on. Okay. My last experience with an EcoBoost Mustang, well, it wasn't an EcoBoost Mustang. It was a turbo SVO.
SVO Mustang.
Well, it was a SVO engine. It was an LX body and an SVO engine. And I paid $1,800 for it.
In Kansas.
In Kansas, drove it back.
Hit a deer on the way back.
Drove over the deer.
The fact that the deer made it across 2 lanes of traffic perfectly.
Yeah, and then
got to your lane
and then
tripped,
that.
fell
And it only caused like $2,000 in damage
on an $1,800
on an $1,800 car. But you know, the insurance company didn't know how much I paid for the car.
Nah.
Allegedly. I got my use out of that car though.
Yeah,
But
I would say so.
Ever since then, I have been extremely paranoid about turbocharged engines.
Well, I'm sure the fact that the $300 turbo had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the turbo that's on here now is probably worth at least one wheel.
At least.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah. Don't fuck up your premium wheels on your Mustang.
Lesson learned the hard way.
Lesson learned the hard way.
Lesson definitely learned the hard way.
All right, so that's ready to go in, right?
Yep, she looks ready to install. You didn't drop the bolt, did you?
What bolt?
The 10mm bolt you took out.
Isn't it down there?
I sure hope so. It's right here somewhere. This something's just heavy.
It is heavy. All right, so
It's a nice interval though.
so here, you hold that. Maybe we might have to adjust it. I don't know, get it to sit on something.
All right, we're rolling and recording, right?
Yeah. So it goes this way. Rolling. Oh, gonna get demonetized. Not like I was making any money anyway. Here's that 10mm bolt. Told you I didn't lose it. I was able to get this in on the Fiesta because despite it being massive, it was actually, the intercooler was fairly lightweight. Okay, so this is going to go on top of here, and then this is going to just slip right in there.
Internal temp too high. Allow it to cool. And we're recording.
Are we rolling? Maybe that's what killed the camera again. My amazing, who was that? Biscuit impersonation?
Mm-hmm. Are we gonna have to run one of those disclaimers on the bottom that says we don't own rights to this music?
I'll have to do that. They'll do that anyway. Look at that. Son of a whore. Get on there perfectly. But we'll have to beat that because, you know.
Swap sides.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought about getting the hard charge pipes.
Is it similar to the ST and the RS, where unless you're actually running a big turbo, they're useless?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they actually cause you to lose boost. Because they are larger diameter.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. If I was running an upgraded turbo,
Did that drop on? I can't see.
huh? I got to get this over top here, and then this will line up, and I can put that bolt in.
I gotcha. You gotta go up a little more.
Huh?
You gotta go up more.
Thanks, Brad.
That's what you brought me over for.
Yeah. They said I might have to do this. I was hoping they were wrong.
Might have to do what?
Loosen bolts that hold the radiator on so I can push it up. I'm going to try and avoid that as long as I can. Because if you get right here, you see this black part right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually like one of these things
Okay.
to help seal the intercooler.
Yeah, direct where it wants the air to go.
Yeah. I mean, these are already blocking off the end tanks where you don't need any airflow. So it's keeping it just in its own perfect little...
That's one thing I'll say. Like when I took the ST apart,
Yeah.
they did an outstanding job engineering exactly where they wanted that air to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Oh, you're right there. You're on it.
Am I on it?
Money.
Well, yeah. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bolt her up.
We're up. But if you think I'm running a Cobb Stage 2 tune, you're out of your mind. I'm going to leave this bastard on Stage 1 until...
Nah. We're going to turn it up since we bolt the front end on it. Quick ride down the interstate, get off on Russell Parkway, come back, make sure there's no cops, hit it, get a quick log in.
We wouldn't do that because that would be speeding, and speeding is dangerous and illegal, and you should only ever go fast on a track.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to only...
We're going to find a track.
Well, we're going to do a pull to 70 miles an hour.
Yes.
0 to 70.
0 to 70.
And then,
Are we, can you see, is that lined up good?
let's see.
It looks like it is, but can't feel it. Is that yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it looks like we're on there.
Yeah.
Because it's got the, it's actually made where that clamp will, it's got a seat made into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it won't,
Won't blow it off, hopefully. What's the stage 2 run on your car?
24.5 PSI.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to pause her. You can't see right there. That.
Just talk. Because people love to hear me talk.
Apparently so. I mean, you've got that many followers, that many views.
Yeah. Dude, I have no idea, honestly. You know? I wish I could translate Instagram followers
Into YouTube.
into YouTube subscriptions.
We got to start promoting. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
If you got an Instagram account, make a YouTube account. Make this man some money.
Yeah. Give me that YouTube money. Because I haven't made any money in years. I'm only doing this because I love you people.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
America.
America. America.
We're going to bleep that. You can't see the second part of that.
So, alright. Once all this is tight, once you got everything in, then you can tighten this down. It's just a lock nut or a lock bolt to hold this in place so it doesn't come sliding forward. I don't know how it would. But after you run a few heat cycles through it, just get under the car, take this bumper back off after a week or so, and make sure that these clamps are still tight. Because that's what happened to me with the exhaust. 'Cause I had my exhaust lined up, and then after a few heat cycles,
That metal started.
Just.
It goes in its own direction once
Yeah.
it expands and contracts a few times.
So, that being said,
Did you plug the map sensor back in?
I did. Wow, can you
Yep.
make sure I did that?
Yep, I can see it right there.
Because,
Let you know. Let's get a quick.
you think you do things,
Yeah, she's plugged in.
and then your brain is like, haha, you did not do the thing that you thought you did.
Filming nothing right there. I can't get a good enough angle. I got back up, so.
You're a terrible cameraman.
I don't know how you do this by yourself. All right.
You want to know how I do it by myself? Takes for fucking ever. That's how I do it by myself. I mean, seriously, I wish I had a better answer. It just takes forever.
Don't explain that you're out here till 3 o'clock in the morning by yourself working. A lot of the time.
A lot of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get people, and fair enough, if you enjoy content, you want to see more of it. So I get a lot of people saying, hey, why don't you upload more? Or I can't wait to see more of this. And I would absolutely love to accommodate them, but I work 40 hours a week, and when I get off, I'm exhausted, and I don't make any money doing this. I just do it because I want people to see that you don't need a $2,000 2-post lift. Generally speaking, you don't need, an air compressor and all these expensive tools. You can do this with just hand tools and a buddy. So
Yeah, this is one of the ones that definitely comes in handy having an extra set of hands.
yeah.
Especially when we go to pop that bumper back on and we got to protect the fenders. I should not have said that. You got some tape just in case? Run a piece of tape across the fenders? I bet it's got to be tight by now, right? I mean, good lord. Did you thread it through the intercooler? Like, it's just... It's got to be in there. The thing was only a freaking 1/4 inch long.
Yeah, but if it was in there, it would stop. All right. So, sensor is plugged in. Charge pipes are connected. Whatever this... Somebody tell me what this is. I don't know, but it's hooked back up. This, I'm going to zip tie out of the way, because that's not going back on. So, we'll just...
Weight reduction.
When I did that video on the GT about changing out the brakes for lighter weight rotors, like about half the weight rotors and everything, I got so many comments of, you're blah, 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 you need to lose weight. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. That's like, that's why the car is going on a diet, because I like eating chicken and fried food. And
Here, more boost equals more tacos that you get to eat. So I mean, that's the way I like to do it.
He gets it. So you get it, and that's why you're here helping me out.
Exactly. If nothing else, I'm good entertainment.
Well, your entertainment.
Oh, smash my finger is pretty fucking funny.
The title of this video is going to be, "You won't believe what this idiot does."
Yes. I'm going to change it to friend invites other friend over 10 o'clock at night, proceeds to smash his finger on it while removing factory intercooler.
Factory completely adequate intercooler.
Yeah. Nah. Completely underpowered. Piece of junk.
Junk intercooler.
You know how you know it's junk? Because Ford sells a performance intercooler that's twice the size of it that they could have put on here from the get-go. And they chose not to. We're going to have to edit that. Sorry, Ford Motor Company.
No. Ford is great. Ford is great.
We love the overlords at Ford Motor Company.
Yes. I don't think we got a good shot of me installing this right here. So
I'm sure the fact that it's upside down has...
I'm going to take it back off. It has nothing to do with the fact that the R is on this side and the L is on this side and the up arrows are pointing down.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything is awesome.
You just ain't got to worry about it. You're good.
Yeah. See, I make these mistakes so you don't have to. That's why I leave a lot of my fuck-ups in, honestly.
Yeah. It's almost better that way. Teach them how to not do it.
Yeah. Don't do it this way. Like when I put in the jacking rails, I took out more bolts than I needed to. I took out like 4 or 5 bolts. I only needed to take out like 3. And
lesson learned.
I left that in the video. And I put a little notation.
Yeah, there's a disclaimer at the bottom that was like, hey, you don't have to remove. I remember seeing that. It's like, hey, you don't have to remove these.
Yeah. Because if you know, if I didn't do that, somebody would, watching my guide, follow it and be like, this guy's a moron.
He took all these bolts out for nothing.
Doesn't know what he's doing, which, fair enough,
That's where he gets the thumbs down on YouTube. They still do those. I do not appreciate this content.
Yes, you're a garbage person. So, the torque spec on these is Guten tight. And you want to just get it, once you get to,
Tighten a quarter.
Don't fall.
Yeah,
all right.
we're good.
So, intercooler looks bomb.
This is going to be the worst video you've produced yet.
It looks so good. It looks so good.
This one's just for the highlight reel for us. Yeah.
Look at it. You watch Mighty Car Mods?
Mm-hmm. We'll edit in the music.
Do it.
Did you see that video I put on Instagram?
Yeah.
It's like, it won't work. Don't do it, man. Like, I don't know how Moog does it.
But she does look good sitting in there.
You know how the black one was $50 cheaper than the silver one.
What kind of sense does that make?
The painted black one was cheaper than the unpainted aluminum one. I don't know. Should I? I should probably electrical tape that, huh? What you think?
Actually, does the where was it plugged in at? There. Okay. The reason I ask is I know on the STs. No, you should be fine. I put a piece of electrical tape over it and zip tied it up and be fine. Okay. But on the STs, until Cobb reprogrammed them for so mine's a 15. I think it was the 13s and 14s. You had to keep the actuator plugged in. So like guys broke them off the active shutter and just zip tied the whole thing out of the way before Cobb wrote the map to override it.
And
because it was
bad thing.
Yeah. It was throwing a check engine light the entire time.
I'm actually shocked that I haven't gotten a check engine light, knock on wood, for that catless downpipe. Since I don't have any electrical tape.
The electrician or the mechanic doesn't have electrical tape?
Let's say I'm not an electrician, sir.
Mechanic, excuse me.
I am a hydraulic.
That right there is government engineering at its finest, my friends.
That's how I was trained.
At least you are going to clip it, clean it up a little bit, you know. Make it look a little nicer.
Make it look a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
I honestly, I can't wait to take it in for its first service. And, you know, no, don't plug in the OBD scanner.
Yeah, just leave that
Just
alone.
leave that alone.
I have my own.
I know how to scan it. You don't have to do that.
Just Ron Swanson it. I know more than you.
Yeah. Okay.
I got into an argument at 5 Star. So I bought my car from 5 Star Ford.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Hey, this is a message to anyone who may be watching this video who works at 5 Star Ford. I have something for you. Every single person at 5 Star Ford. Continue.
So the service writer at 5 Star Ford,
Yeah.
the first time I took my car in for service, argued with me about a 1,000-mile oil change. Strike one. Who told you to change it 1,000 miles? I don't know. Ford Motor Company did. Now take my car in the back, drain my oil, bring me my sample that you're required to bring me so that I can look at the oil that's in it. It's got gasket material. It's got metal shavings in it. You can see it from where the ring's set in it. So when I brought it back, right around I think it was around 25,000 miles on it, brought it in for an oil change. I had a service contract. They threw in however many oil changes it was when I bought the car.
Right. I got the same thing when I bought this thing.
This guy argued up and down with me that I needed a transmission flush. He knows more about these focused transmissions than I'll ever know.
Good for him.
So I said, okay, no problem. I said, so this thing needs a automatic transmission flush. Yeah, man, all these Focus STs, we do them all the time. They come in, they get 25,000 miles on it. We got to do a flush and filter on it.
You do a filter change on a 6-speed manual.
That was my next question. I said, so the ST only comes in a 6-speed manual. So since you know more than me, would you care to elaborate and share how you actually do that? Oh, you know. Oh, I looked at the VIN wrong. I said, no. You said ST specifically.
Yeah.
That you knew it was turboed. You know more about these transmissions than anybody.
Yeah. You're a complete moron.
That's why you work at 5 Star.
Yeah.
There's a specific reason why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yep.
Morons.
That
needless to say, that was my last oil change that went to 5 Star Ford.
Yeah, I don't go to 5 Star Ford for anything.
Now I put it on the lift at the fine folks at Auto Air of Macon.
Yeah.
And I changed my oil for free. Quick plug for the boss.
Quick plug for Auto Air. So where's this amazing place located? Don't say it because I don't want the internet to know. They already know too much about me.
We'll say Little Georgia.
Yeah, you can say that because I tag a lot of my posts. All right, so
they Google 5 Star Ford. Leave all that out.
Yeah. I don't care. I had a AR sitting right there where that 5.0 bet logo is.
Mm-hmm.
I took it inside to do some maintenance on it. But I had a bunch of people. Why do you have a military rifle in your garage? Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, you don't need to know why I have a military rifle in my garage.
Still sounds good. It's 2019, and the people that assume that AR stands
For
assault
rifle.
It's Armalite rifle, people.
Yeah.
That's
like it's the brand. Yeah, just dude, I don't know. Okay, so that's it. We're done.
We
Put the bumper back on.
put the bumper back on, put the bolts back in it, put the car on the ground.
You wanna start it up real quick?
Turn it to stage 2.
I'm not doing that. You gonna start it up?
Make sure I don't bump this real quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on.
Where's the clutch?
Hold on 1 second. All right, fire it up. There's a button. Is the key?
There's no clutch.
What do you mean there's no clutch?
There's no clutch in this car,
What?
and there's no key. I mean,
Who took out my third
see?
pedal?
there's nothing right here.
Who took out my third pedal?
Nothing.
But check out that shifter. Huh?
Yeah.
You'd never know looking at it, would you? You know why?
I mean, I know because I can tell that it's in park.
Yes. But this is the shifter bezel out of a GT manual. This is from Barton. So the same companies who make the actual short throw shifter actually make a little.
That's a nice setup.
Yeah, I mean
it's a lot cleaner looking too.
It does look a lot better.
I've never understood why. Again, you went through the hassle. It's got air conditioned seats, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
They couldn't go through.
Putting a nice shifter in.
How much was the bezel and the shifter? How much was this?
The bezel was $60.
So their price, $10 maybe.
Yeah.
$10 on a freaking.
To put something nice in there. Yeah.
Much
All right.
simpler.
All right. I'm gonna go get the key. Is it? I don't think it's. Is it going?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Look at that. I love that. All right.
And when I am lifted up from the earth, I will draw everyone to myself. I think this goes.
I can't afford a copyright strike.
Fire in the hole. Sound composer on this one while they did the STs? Yes. Did you take it out yet? I can't find it. That's some bitch just say it's just in there. It lives here now. I can't find it. It's electric. It's not a tube. Okay. So there you go. There it goes. Shadows down. Yeah.
But the
now she's
so much louder.
Now she sounds really good.
Listen to that.
Now it sounds perfect. Yeah. She sounds good.
Alright, let's go look for leaks.
Let's leak test this intercooler real quick.
I'm really glad we didn't have anything waiting up there because I didn't think to check at all.
Yep.
Obviously I can't check it with boost, but you know.
But this hose is sitting there. It's deep enough. It's in the seat where it's supposed to be at.
Yeah, so is this one. It's not as far down as it can go, but it's. I mean, there's like an eighth of an inch.
Well, worst case scenario, come back, change it for some T-bolt clamps, and then you really.
I did on the ST. I did put those on. I think.
Yeah, and then you really don't have to worry about it. The OE clamps will run 20, 25 pounds, give or take. No issues.
These factory ones?
Yeah. Well, I would assume that the ones on the Mustang are probably actually rated a little bit higher. If I'm not mistaken, your car comes with more boost than mine does from the factory.
What's your good?
The factory map was running 14 pounds.
Yeah. No, actually not that much more. Stage one would be 19 to 20, I think. Stage 2, this is like Cobb.
Yeah, the OTS maps.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
I say, yeah, that's, the guys never really had the issue, especially with the way that, this one's well engineered enough with the way it's bezeled down. It's got that big lip that it had to go up and over.
Yeah.
I think the factory clamps will be fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's not, especially how. Where's the original one? There it is. Like you've got what kept this on was these little ridges right here. The Mishimoto one has this same lip right here, but it's a little bit bigger on the Mishimoto.
that lip's about 3 times the size of that.
And it's so much heavier. I mean,
Like I said, that one weighs as much as a beer can.
I mean, just
I mean,
you know,
nothing to it.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And yes, to my wife and my mother, this is my idea of keeping it mostly stock. After 3 months and 3,000 miles.
Looks stock from the outside.
Completely, well, nearly.
Minus the grill.
Minus the GT500, GT350 style grill.
Yeah.
And the GT350 style
Minus that.
thing in the back. Yeah. All right, let's put the bumper back on. Rolling, 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 rolling. You can go for a drive after we get this on?
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the Stage 2 tune on it yet.
Come on.
I want to make sure that it doesn't leak.
Well, you do it down and back pass or two.
So
Make sure we don't blow a hose off.
This goes in with these flat bits on the outside of the bumper, or facing the outside. So it just kind of goes in there like that, and then you slide it over there.
Then nuts on the top side.
Well, nuts are right here, and then you just reach down, and we're not gonna tighten it all the way just yet. Just get it. But this is so much easier than the way that CJ Pony Parts showed you how to do it. The problem is, I'm nowhere near, nor am I ever going to be as popular as CJ Pony Parts. So the only people that are going to see this are people who are like, yeah, I want to watch a video that's got 400 views. That guy definitely knows what he's doing.
I think I'm not tagging at CJ Pony Parts on Instagram on the post.
I actually do tag them. Like if I
I've seen where you do that a lot. You do put them on there.
if I buy something from them, you know, I tag them. You know,
They are great at what they do. They've got parts in stock. They ship them quick.
the only thing
The videos are nice.
the only thing I don't like about CJ Pony Parts, and I've said this to them, I said this to Bill, I said this to their legal department, you know, they, at least I think it was illegal, he said it was, anyway, their return policy, the way to return something is just a nightmare. Like,
Does that explain why the MBRP cat a downpipe sitting over there?
yeah, you knew exactly where I was going with this. That's why I have a $400 downpipe for a Fiesta ST, because it's just like they said, yeah, go ahead and send it back, but I had to box it up. I had to get, you know, I had to pay the return shipping, which on something on this is like $60.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know what? I'll just give it away. Like, I've also got if there's anybody out there with a 2018 or 2019 Mustang GT that wants a free JLT intake, hit me up.
I actually do know somebody that probably needs a free JLT intake.
Who needs one?
I bet Tommy needs one.
I've got the box, the filter box over there, you know? All you gotta do is hit me up, say, hey Matt. Alright, so that's in. We'll just put all these on here.
Just to align them.
Yeah. Just loosely. Seriously, I mean, if we hadn't have forgotten the bolts,
Yeah.
this, would have gone on a lot easier. As easy as I said it would.
I mean, it's not a bad tear down and install at all. It's tedious.
I mean, there's a bit.
That's about the only thing you can really say about it. I mean, it's well designed. I mean, everything goes right back together. Everything stays tight. It's simple. It's just a lot of bolts.
It's just a lot of bolts. That's all it is.
That's all.
And I'm not gonna tighten this. I just want to get it. And look at all that space now.
Oh yeah, with the active shutters out of the way.
I mean, I could have installed this grill without taking the bumper off if those fucking shutters weren't in the way. I am interested to see just how bad my fuel economy gets now.
It won't be bad
on the highway, because I was getting what was it, 27 miles a gallon. I mean, that's
What's this car weigh?
with me in it, like 3,300 pounds, 3,400 pounds.
It's about right.
Yes, I could be wrong, and someone's already commented. This video is gonna be like an hour long. But to be fair, it's removal and installation of the bumper, removal of the active grille shutters, removal and installation of the intercooler. So that's 3 videos.
Yeah, realistically, you could split it to 3 videos, but combine into one.
Yeah, combine it into one, it'll be an hour-long video. All right, so that's done. Now we get it underneath. It does make it, taking this whole thing off does make installing it a little bit easier. I'll give Bill that. But it's not strictly necessary. I do love this car. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, this is easily my favorite car.
Even over the GT?
Yeah. I mean, people think I'm crazy. What do you mean you sold the GT and bought an EcoBoost 4-cylinder? Well, I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. The problem that the GT had was it had too much horsepower for the road. And what I mean by that is it had more power than you could use safely and without getting yourself into trouble. I would be I would be doing well. It wouldn't be a Ford installation without extra parts, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Are you over there yawning?
No, I'm good.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, it was just too much power for the road. So by the time you're doing 60 miles an hour in second gear, you go straight from second gear to sixth gear. And it's just, I honestly got to the point where I was resenting the car because I was like, I can't use this power. I can't. I mean, it's when you first drive it, you test drive it, and yeah, there are people out there who do think I'm crazy, and fair enough, but.
I completely get that. I mean, yeah, putting 500 horsepower on a street car, considering where you live, the highest speed limit in this area is 70.
Yeah.
Most of the places you're driving to and from work are 55 to 40, somewhere in that range.
Somewhere in that range.
The drivability.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but the fun factor wore off very quickly. And then I was left with a 460 horsepower. And then, I had tuned it, so I think I had a Cobb Stage 1 tune on it, 93 octane. So however much horsepower that was making. But the benefit of the EcoBoost and why I like it over the GT, especially the automatic is faster, and with my knee the way it is, I kind of need the automatic. You can use more of the car more of the time. And I know that I'm now putting about the same amount of horsepower and torque into this car that the GT had, but shut up. I do enjoy this car more. It's a lot more fun.
The EcoBoost motors, man, they really are. They're just fun to drive. It's a lot of torque. It's fun getting that turbo spooling up.
And with the catless downpipe, you can hear the turbo a lot more. Just cruising. So you'll just hear that,
which is
whistle.
definitely nice. You get just that.
Like your car sounds fantastic. Just idling.
I appreciate that. Just with simple mods too.
Yeah, you don't need.
It really didn't get a lot louder, the mods made it a little bit louder, but really the stage 2 tune, it got a lot louder. With it turned up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she sounds good. You get it. She screams going down the road too.
There's something that I would like to do. My wife's when people build these engines for like high boost,
mm-hmm.
they take the engine out of the Ford Edge or the Ford Focus, the 2-liter engine out of that car, and build that, because at that point all you're doing is you're getting that stroke. So the internals are the same, the piston diameter is the same, you just get a little bit more stroke to get that 2.3 liters. But the engine is, the block is much stronger than what they put in this car. But I would like to see if this car is actually faster.
Mm-hmm.
It feels faster, and I know I've dropped at least half a second off my 0 to 60 times. But is it faster than a stock 2-liter SUV? Because that car is quick.
I drove one around in Kansas City last year. She got an Edge or an Escape?
Edge.
I had an Escape. Actually,
Nice.
Dude, it's a big ass Focus. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a bigger version of my car. It handles like it. It's got power like it. It was nice. I was in a twin turbo 4-wheel drive F-150 in South Dakota 2 months back.
Right.
That thing's fun. Dude, on the interstate, it's got torque behind it.
Can't.
A light over there.
I need a light.
Yeah.
A light. God, I love technology, man.
Yeah, having a flashlight in your pocket all the time,
Yeah.
super nice.
Just imagine meeting somebody in like the 1830s who had access to, you know, flashlights and whatnot. But there's like, you know, their flashlight weighs as much as this intercooler does.
Yeah.
And
There it is. Yeah, some bitches under here somewhere.
what?
You're gonna need this. Remember when I was like, hey, I dropped one? Found it. Just gonna set this phone down real quick. We'll let it roll for a minute. See what kind of conversation it catches. There's no telling.
No telling.
And that's what's fun about it.
But I do like just hit and go, going fast, and getting good gas mileage out of it. Ah, shit.
Now, you know, I busted on you. Remember, I fucked with you a little bit when I said, oh, is your left leg injured? Can't drive a clutch throttle, man? But the automatic transmissions, they really are nice, dude. They've made such nice strides. I haven't driven one of these yet. But if it's anything like the previous ones that I've been in,
They're faster, I mean.
well, you know, that's what they talked about when the RS came out, that, you know, it's still being a 6-speed. That's why it was getting out accelerated by some of these Euro cars, because their transmissions can shift faster than a person can.
Yeah.
Where'd my fancy push tab go? We showed it on the video. We had it over here.
What are you looking for? This thing?
This thing right here.
Those are mine.
There should only be one.
Huh?
Should only be one.
There's two on each side. Yes.
I only took one out of each side.
Well, that's a problem. Okay. Because there should be two. But, okay.
You sure? Because,
Yes, because the first time I took it out, there were two.
well,
I believe you, but...
I only took one out of each side. There's one right here. The one that's like right here somewhere.
Uh-huh.
That's the only one I took out.
Okay. Then I'm going to have to go to the Ford dealer and buy another one.
Oops.
Oops. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is busted. This is completely broken.
You broke it?
Well, I think it's like a one use only thing. And I've used it at least 3 times. So
Yeah, because this bitch is not gonna get back in here. It's busted as shit.
yeah.
There we go. There, got it. It's gotta. Nope. That did not get in there. Okay, you're gonna need some more of these fancy ones.
I'm gonna need some more of these fancy pants. Yeah. And I'm sure Ford will happily sell this to me.
Yeah. $27.95 a piece.
You know, you're saying that sarcastically,
No, I'm being accurate.
but
I know how Ford works.
yeah.
I've broken tabs before. I broke a shit out of one doing the Focus. If you look, it's missing one that's on the driver's side in the fender well.
Oh yeah. It's
Okay, I broke the hell out. It didn't want to come out, and I made it come out. I started to get pissed off. That was the only one that fought me. Yeah, this thing ain't going back in there, bro.
nope. Well, you know what? Where's the thing? Okay. Okay, so I wanna show what we're talking about here. Okay, so we've got
This tab.
where is it? Okay, yeah.
This tab. As you
See
contract
how
it
it's-
back, this is supposed to come back together.
Yeah.
As you push it through, push it back out. As you can see,
These are just
completely broken.
These are just completely shot. That's not going to get back in the hole no matter what we do.
Nope. So we've got
weight reduction.
Yes, we've saved
Stage 2.
We've saved weight. So there's one goes right there, and there's another one goes right there. But since that won't fit anymore, I'm gonna try and put a different one in there. This is that stage 2. This is part of the stage 2 kit, right? Is that what you said?
Exactly.
Okay. And you know, there's some guy watching right now who's like, "You're a goddamn moron."
There's a guy going, "You guys are idiots. All you had to do was pull the tab out. It would have broken."
Yeah.
Oh well.
He tried to tell us. He tried to tell us with the what's the things? How many times those
Active
things?
shutters.
The active grill shutters. He tried to tell us with the active grill shutters, but we wouldn't listen.
It doesn't matter what you call them now because they're gone. So you don't have to worry about saying it anymore.
You know what those are? You know what those are called? Weight reduction.
Weight reduction.
Mm-hmm.
Intercooler weighs 12 times as much.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Hey.
Saved weight.
It's like losing 5 pounds of fat but gaining 10 pounds of muscle. That's all that is.
Or losing 10 pounds of muscle and gaining 5 pounds of fat.
6 one way, half a dozen the other. Don't matter.
I'm trying to zip tie this.
How's that going?
Well, not terribly, considering I'm doing it one-handed because I'm trying to film.
You need some help over there?
Huh?
You need some help over there? What do you do that?
I've got 21 minutes on this take alone.
Just us? Random junk?
Yeah. Look at that. Moog would be proud.
This government works on.
Look at that shit.
Look at that. Hey, one held the back bumper on the Pro for like 12 years. Bolts are hard. Zip ties.
Here, hold that.
Yeah, I want to get a professional. This is how a pro.
This is how Pro zip ties his bumper on.
This is a good shot too. You just see the back of the hand.
Okay, really. I hope that people watching this particular part will not do what I'm doing.
I hope Bill from CJ Pony Parts goes, "My tabs were right back in, no problem."
This guy's a fucking moron. Yeah, that's what that you talk shit about me,
Yeah.
motherfucker. We love you, Bill. Bill,
He's a good man.
thank you for showing me how to do this so that I can improve upon your technique.
As we zip tie the bumper.
I'm gonna take this to the floor together.
Hey man, I want to take the bumper off. This damn thing is zip tied on.
Who put this bumper on?
A guy that makes $92 an hour in Michigan.
Not that we're, talking smack about the wonderful UAWs,
Nah,
because we would never do that.
they're fine people up there.
We love the
They're
UAWs.
the reason why F-150s cost $50,000 for a base truck now.
This was a $38,000 car. Like,
It's got air conditioned seats. I believe it.
I mean, I paid $31 for it, but it cost $38. Hey, I can't see anything.
You got a garage full of lights, but
There's a hole. You can't see in the hole. There we go. I got a garage full of nice lights.
We're using a phone.
We're using a phone. Do you know why?
It's your $1,400 camera.
Yes.
Too soon?
Too soon, man. Too soon.
You know what? That's a dick move on my part.
You know what? If Google would pay me a little, if I could get ad revenue, just ad revenue.
Some of that sweet, sweet Google cash.
Sweet, sweet Google money.
There's a lot of that going around.
I wish I could get some. You know, that sweet, sweet Google money.
I can't wait to see the final edit of this. Can you make like a director's cut and then send me that? Not that, like, not one that one doesn't go on the web, but just
The full
yeah, just
3 hour,
yeah, just the full video of
the
us.
Zack Snyder edit.
Yeah,
Just the unlisted. Dude, it'll take so long to upload to YouTube. Just the upload will take forever.
worth it.
Like, forget actually editing the damn thing. Uploading.
Yeah, the unedited version. Intercooler's wild and uncensored. It's got a good ring to it.
Yeah. Alright.
Again, well-designed bumper, man. These things... Remember back in the day we used to pop bumpers off cars?
Yeah.
And they would never go back on the way they came off?
You would never get it back on. No.
Yeah,
Never.
it would, and like where this one's got, 10 bolts going across the top, it would have like 2, and they would both break when
There
you
would
went
be
to take it
different
off.
sizes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we engineered several front ends back together,
Ooh,
one of which we built for Justin in the junkyard.
yeah.
Good times.
Good times. I found him recently on Facebook. Facebook will occasionally be like, "Hey, do you know this person?"
But yeah, but I know Ogle.
Like, wow.
I saw him not too long ago. I saw him back at Jeff's birthday party. We went bowling. He was in town. He lives down in Florida right now.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he works for Blattner Energy.
Oh yeah,
It does solar farms.
that's cool.
But he doesn't build those. He does the repair work on all the maintenance vehicles and everything. Makes a lot of money.
Okay, these went to that. So this is what we had to undo. On the 15th or 17th, there's just a little clip that pops off. But like I said, the 18 and 19 models have this 5.5 millimeter, have 2 of these 5.5 millimeter things. So you pop that off. There's 2 bolts at the bottom, and then there's 2 very large push pins at the top. And, if you feel like you're a better engineer than the guy who designed this system from Ford, then you can remove it too. Just like I did. Oh, and there's the factory mufflers, and there's the factory, that's the GT resonator. That's the Fiesta ST exhaust muffler. There's the factory downpipe for the EcoBoost. There's the factory resonator for this car. And there's the factory intake tube for this car. I don't throw anything away now. I should. That'd save a lot of space. Did you put all 3 of these push pins in the bottom on the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's close this. Oh, no, let's not close this, actually.
The coolant tank cover.
Yeah.
Is that new?
That is new. I want to said don't do it when the engine's high.
It should be cool by now.
Huh?
It should be cool. Ish.
Well, I mean, we only ran it for like a minute.
How long did it sit earlier?
Before you got here?
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Oh yeah, since earlier on, so yeah, it'd be fine, yeah.
There's the vent. A little bit of pressure still. Let's just so that I don't have to hold it. Hold it and twist it. There we go. Alright. So this slides off and then it just slides over here. And then put that back on. 4 videos. Four videos in one video. All those people who were like, I want more MustangsbyMatt content. Yeah, you're gonna get it. That's what I want. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me over. Oh, it's fun to work on a car.
That's not
Especially,
yours.
no, it's not that. Not just that. You know, I was saying earlier. You know, I said I don't mind turning wrenches. I really don't. I said, but it's a lot more fun doing performance and fun parts than it is actually fixing something that's broke.
It's broken, yeah.
Yeah. We're a twist. Break that seal.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go.
There it is. That should pop right on off. They make an aluminum one for my car, and it looks fantastic.
But
It's $300 for an aluminum tank to sit there. I'm like, I don't.
pretty.
Yeah, I don't need one that bad.
They make an aluminum one for this one. Actually, they make several for this because, you know, it's a Mustang.
Yeah. You know, the rarity is that somebody goes, hey man, pop your hood. Let me look real quick. It's few and far between. You gotta take that back hose off there too, don't you?
No. It slides off.
Okay.
At least I hope. That's the theory, is that it's supposed to do that.
Without cutting the
Yeah.
hose.
Without cutting the hose. Now, why am I doing this?
Question is, why do you do anything that you do?
That hurts, Brad.
We've known each other for a long time. I'm allowed to ask these questions. Just Michael Scott it. Why are you the way that you are? Seriously.
Come on, Toby.
You gonna take a swing at that?
Well, I think I have to take that off too.
I think it would definitely make life easier if you did.
Yeah. How many? So just so for those keeping count at home, this is the 3rd time. I will have taken these bolts off 3 times when we're finished here.
You give me that.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know. Is coolant's not gonna strip your paint? That's brake fluid.
Yeah, it's not corrosive.
Okay. So hopefully. This should be.
There's a vent on the bottom.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, there's a feed line on the bottom. It's a vent that's on the top.
I know what you meant. Hopefully,
People of the internet.
they will correct you.
Yo, I'm gonna make a YouTube account as soon as I get home, so I can answer. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare. Who's the jackass you had with you? There we go.
Doesn't that look better?
Much cleaner look. Now, reinstalling the bolts for the 4th time.
Third, sir. Or, I don't know. Shut up. Alright. Wait. Was this over or under?
Yeah, it was under.
Under? So it goes this way?
I think it was under. I'm gonna say it's under. Yeah, that definitely looks cleaner. So I'm gonna say under. Yeah, that looks right. I'm sure there's gonna be some guy that complains that we didn't use the Ford hose clamp removal pliers.
Yeah. Well, I would have used the Ford hose clamp removal pliers, except Ford wants $17 million to rent that for an hour. So,
Again, no hate for the fine people of Detroit, but
no.
I have a
The
Ford.
actual people who built the car, we love you.
Yeah, big fans.
Big fans. However, your bosses, we also love you.
Screw those bastards at GM, though.
Oh, yeah, fuck those.
You still owe us money.
Yeah. All right. How many people did the Chevy Cruze kill?
A lot.
With that faulty ignition system that GM was like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. And then they quietly changed it without telling anyone.
Is that all the way backwards? They go all the way up.
That's as far up.
No, okay, it's on, yeah.
The thing is right here.
Okay, yeah, it's here. Okay, yeah.
It's like,
Okay, good. I was making sure that I thought that may have a seat,
no.
but yeah, you're good.
just gonna wipe the coolant off because true car guy cares that the inside of his engine bay isn't as clean as it possibly could be. I need to wash this. I don't know what this is.
So mine needs a good detail up underneath it. But hey, go open my doors right now. Them door jams are clean.
All right. So. I'm just gonna say a little prayer.
So, you gonna film this for insurance purposes?
Maybe not. I don't know how it happened. I will have to drive it to reset the suspension because it will look just like this as soon as I lower it. So how's your day been?
It's fantastic.
I need to get a new jack. We've got these jacks at work. They're called Yellow Jacket, I think.
Mm-hmm.
2 pumps, man.
Yeah, that's
All the way up. 2 pump jump, just like me.
that's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got those ones like that at Discount Tire where you set it, pump it once in the cars. It's already halfway where you got to put it. Hit it the second time, and you can put the stands underneath it to lock it in place. We're rolling.
Okay, so there's a pause there.
Because
because the file size, the phone said it couldn't record anymore of that particular file. So now we're just recording again.
now we're just doing it for fun. As you take the car out of the air.
Yes.
Look at that wheel gap, man. You gotta lower this thing.
I do need to lower this bitch. Let's get right on that actually. Oh God, I'm
I was gonna record your face, not even the car. Just gonna zoom in. You want to say a quick Catholic prayer
to myself.
on Easter, on Good Friday? It's good.
I just want to say, if this does end up breaking something, this video will never see the light of day. Honestly, I don't understand those people who,
Like drop their car off a lift and then put the video on the internet?
yeah,
Never.
like why? Why would you do that?
Like, I'm the friend that would get a hold of the tape and post it, but I would never allow you to post it, you know?
No.
Like gangsta lean sound. Look at that. Think of that three-wheel action going. Some hydraulics up in here. This is the only 2019 EcoBoost Premium Mustang on hydros.
On hydros,
Yeah.
yes.
Only one in the country.
Look at the shop, Matt. Oh, there's something I bet you didn't see on this car. And I'll show it to you when we're done. You know how those people who have their Instagram tag on their car, like a giant tool?
Yeah, I saw the flat black one on the passenger side upper rear windshield.
Yeah. You see that shit?
I seen it on Facebook of all places.
Who posted it there?
Yeah, didn't see it on Instagram. Saw it on Facebook.
Didn't see it on Instagram.
Haven't been on Instagram this afternoon.
I tagged you.
I'll have to get on there so we can see the tag.
Not on that. I tagged you on something else. I think it was a picture of the intercooler. Alright. What time is it?
11:12. Sure enough, MustangsbyMatt mentioned me in a comment. Yep. Unboxing and all, you know, it's nice.
Huh?
All right, let's a wheel gap, man.
Go move your car. Move your car. Is this still recording?
Yeah. Scientific purposes.
You're good. All right. We tried the stage 2 tune. It did not like that. I'm not putting it back on. Cobb, you screwed up something hard. So we're just gonna back up. We're gonna go for a little test drive. We're just gonna push that button. Okay. We're gonna test the new intercooler, see how it does. It is the Mishimoto Intercooler. Part number is gonna be listed in the description down below, along with where not to get a Cobb Stage 2 tune. I don't think there's the 19 tune is good right now. So do not load a Cobb Stage 2 tune onto your 19 EcoBoost.
Something screwed with it. It shut down basically everything that we can adjust.
Yeah, I lost all my modes. Advanced track was broken.
Not only that, the car immediately shuddered.
Yeah, as soon as we put it into reverse, it was fine in park, but as soon as we put it into reverse,
it fell on its face.
yeah, hard. All right.
Transmission is smooth. It really is.
I could definitely feel a little bit less boost, or maybe it's
that was 15.2.
okay. We're gonna go up this way past a little roundabout, and we're gonna go full throttle and see, because we're not gonna go full throttle right here. Get arrested. Because they like to hang out.
Yeah.
Right up there. My charge air temps haven't gone down like 40 degrees. What a ripoff, man. That factory intercooler was fine.
Well, your outlet temp under 15.2 pounds of boost got up to 215.8 degrees.
Is that bad?
Normal.
Or is that good?
The highest your charge air temp ever got, though, coming out of the intercooler was 82.7.
Nice. That was while we were idling.
Yeah, we're running 60 degrees ambient on the high end. I would say right now it is 52 degrees.
Yeah. All right.
You're running about 73 with us cruising around right now.
Closed course. Let's go into the track apps. Acceleration timer. Let's do not to 60. All right. Okay. That was terrible.
Spinning the entire way.
I lost half a second. Could you feel those tires?
Yeah.
Just there's no traction at all. At least it runs on the stage 1. So right now we're pushing about 300 horsepower and like 350 some odd wheel torques, 360 according to Cobb.
At 22 pounds of boost.
At 22 pounds of boost. I love it. I love this twin stroll.
Yeah.
I can't even say it. Twin scroll turbocharger. It's so nice.
$319 on the high end coming out of the compressor. 82 on the high end out of the
That's not
intercooler.
bad. That's not bad for full boost.
Yeah, like I said, that's about in range. Like I said, I think the highest temps I saw were running right around 350 during the summer.
Yeah, on your ST.
On the ST.
That's a 2 liter.
Yeah. And that's running 23 pounds.
We're gonna back up here.
Road is a little cool.
Yeah. Well, the temperature being like it is.
With the rain today too, the road never really heated up.
No. All right, I'm not gonna. trying to think about like people who live around here
Yeah.
when I do these straight line runs. But you know, they shouldn't live on a really nice road. It's their fault. All right, repeat. No traction. Oh yeah, no traction at all. Wheel hop this time too.
That's a 6.1 over there.
Yes, this is 6.1. Now, mine before I did the intercooler, I was getting 5.4, 5.43 best time. And if we go look at my let's see here, if we look at my quarter mile, I don't know if it'll say it without actually having done it, but my quarter mile is was 14.01, which it's probably gone down with these tires, with this lack of traction, and the car's still probably learning. So right now I need to get, it's not a compass. No.
I had no time to drop the phone in the event that it was. What were you doing? I got trouble seeing at night, man. You know, just I gotta turn the light on.
You filming? No. Man.
Well, at 8 minutes, we know that we have 30 minutes more that we can fit on this one take.
See, the exhaust is loud when you're getting on it, but when you're cruising, these things are so well insulated, you can't hear it. I mean, you can tell it's there, but it's so quiet.
But it doesn't have that god-awful drone. Yeah.
Mustang's had forever. Like, you remember all the Mustangs that I had when I worked at Advance? I had Flowmasters on those, and they were just terrible.
Just loud for no damn reason.
Yeah.
They were just loud. They half of them don't sound good. They're just loud.
They were loud. They were loud for the sake of being loud.
Yeah.
Man, my charge air temps are still above ambient. Believe it's bullshit. Mishimoto, your intercooler sucks.
On the high end, we got 17 degrees over ambient. That was with that was under, 20 pounds of boost as well. I'd take that.
That's pretty good, honestly.
I can live with that.
Because I'm not 100% sure where this is reading from.
Yeah.
Is it reading at the turbo outlet? Is it reading at the inlet to the throttle body? Is it reading at the map sensor? Probably not. Is it that little sensor that was right?
Yeah, maybe so.
Still
not sure what the hell that thing is, so if you know, please inform us.
Yes.
Yeah. We should have Googled the part number off of it.
Should have.
Hindsight.
But we didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking it back off.
We can have the bumper off in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we just won't film it.
Yeah, without filming it start to finish is only like a 20-minute total deal,
Yeah. Let it cool down for a minute.